Easter Sunday, 2025, and I've been working in the woods since Friday. Got some fresh deer tracks here, and this is my driveway. Now you'll see some tire tracks here. That is because last night I welcomed my very first guests, and it was Rob and Sherry and their golf cart. We brought it down here and rode it right into the clearing. And so anyway, some new items this week. I've got some logs along the edge here and along the edge here. And my arch is doing very well so far. I got my firewood moved from that spot to down here where it's drier. And I placed some deer bones I found at the base of this tree. Next I have this little kitty silhouette and a light for it that shines at night. It's a solar light. I have a string of solar lights along here and some more ground lights. Now as we move further into the clearing, you can see my barrel planters are here, and for right now they are here for water collection. But this is my clearing. I've got what will be a bird bath and drinking place for the crows, and a bird feeder that's got seed in it if anyone gets hungry. It's really actually very pretty. There we go. In here we have a little path that has another light on it, and then this is where I've planted my ground cover from my garden, and the English ivy is over that way. Coming back out, we've got a pile of sticks to burn and brush that's on Mindy's property that we don't mind if it stays there. So let's look at the clearing. You can see the cute disco ball on that poplar tree that they're going to take down. I figured it needed to look pretty. Here's my fire pit. We had a great fire Friday and Saturday. Over here is a yucca that I have transplanted from up by the road. This way I've laid these pallets down so they're not visible, and I've spread straw out to try and keep those long grasses from growing. Over here I've got my rug from Tanya's property that we took out of the store, and I put some ceramic tiles along the edges of it, just, you know, to define it as a rug. Over here is where my spot will be. I want to build my platform in here with my chair and a work table and spaces to walk back out through the woods. Over this way, we can see into my work area. Well, current work area. This is what we call the staging area, or the office. So we'll come in and follow the blue rug, and I want you to see my latest extraction that happened today. We found it, Tanya found it yesterday or the day before. Check this out. I dug that sucker out of the ground, and it says Longfellow with a T. So it's also got a really, really long pole on it. I want to walk it back past my cute little pine tree, by my great big pine tree, way big tree, and over into a sacred spot in the woods. It's all sacred, but this is a very special spot. This is where Huldra lives, and Huldra is the guardian of the forest. He is the spirit of the forest, and he's guarding the spiritual health of the woods, and I want you to see him through his little archway. So yes, this is where Huldra lives, under the big tree in the woods. He's got his own little mushrooms around him. And then look at this glorious tree That is his shepherd, or his guardian perhaps. So that's Huldra in the woods, and he looks very happy. I'm very pleased. As I find pretty rocks, I'll put them around him so he has rocks around him. So now, zoom back out, and we're gonna walk back. There's a lot of trip hazards in here, and a lot of these trees are gonna be gone when the power company comes through. If you've seen Marcy's property, you'll know exactly what I mean, okay? So I'm gonna come through here, and we're gonna go over the sign again into our staging area. And look, there are my trimmers. I should take those home with me. Okay, so we're gonna come in through here and around here, and on the trailer for the dump was a utility sink. Alan said, hey, you want that? And I said, yes, I do. He brought it out here. I spray painted it black, and it's going to be a planter. A lovely planter, I think, actually. So then, okay, here are my rocks. Here's our hanging chair. And then we're gonna go down the path a bit, okay? So I spray painted that white real estate sign green so it's not so visible. I've moved my pallets off of the path and not so visible. Put a shelf in right there, which I think is really pretty. Came over here and added a little forest gnome and a horse on this log. And then my blue lantern with my piece of art created by my smudge pot when the little tea light candle melted. Thought it was kind of pretty. We're at my bridge. What's really cute here is check out the little mushrooms on that moss. I mean, isn't that just the sweetest thing ever? Just love that. Okay, my bridge. Going over the bridge, over on this side, we will find the little fairy house where all the little fairies live. And it looks like someone left us a walnut for a planter. That's very nice. Coming back up and out, all the little baubles in the woods. Over here, I have my red apple and my orange kitty with an emergency umbrella. And of course, this is where the poison ivy wipes will stay. Back there is that glorious tangle of vines and branches. And I do believe at least half of it is on my property line. So that's gonna be an exploration for another day. Coming back this way, let me zoom back out. We're gonna step back out here to Orchard Street. I'm gonna come out into the street here and turn around so you get a good view of what it looks like when I turn around and look at my path. That is my enchanted woods.